joining today's press conference with head coach Sam Laity. We'll start with the Zoom question. So please use the raise hand function if you'd like to ask a question. We'll get to you as soon as we can. All right, Theo, go for it.
Hey Sam, how you doing?
Good, mate. You?
Not too bad, not too bad. I wanted to ask you about, this is obviously a big moment, Mex Tour W, first time they've come over, put on a massive show in Chicago, lots of goals, lots of fun. How do you balance wanting to put on a show for the fans coming out in Houston, wanting to put on a show kind of as a spectacle that it is, and also kind of what are your objectives from a tactical point of view, from a progress development point of view that you want to get out of the game, and kind of how do those two things have a relationship?
Yeah, well, it's not. Yeah, good thing you said that. It's not show business for us, Theo. Right? It's professional sport.
Right. Feels like it sometimes.
We got to come to work. It's like every game. It's an opportunity for us to improve, and we're looking for every player and for the team to use this as an opportunity to progress. We're not focusing on the result. We're focusing on the individual performance and focusing on the collective performance. Yeah, it'd be exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing the fans here, and it'll be interesting playing against D and Sanchez, so Di Maria, as they're affectionately known here. Be interested to see those guys play against us. Yeah, but it will be a bit weird. I'm sure it'll be weird for them. It'll be a bit weird for us.
Are there any relationships from your team that you are focusing on that you want to see, whether it's different combinations or just like a type of intensity or style of play?
Well, there won't be any change in terms of what we expect from an intensity perspective and from a stylistic perspective. We want the players to go out there and execute their role to the best of their ability. I think you'll see it'll be an opportunity for us to get some players some minutes that haven't had some yet. Partly people coming back from injury, but also an opportunity to see some of the rookies. So we'll see some different partnerships and relationships tomorrow. And yeah, I think everybody's excited to see what it looks like. We brought the rookies in, especially because we felt that they had something to offer on and off the field. And we, myself and the staff have got, and the team have got great faith that the players can turn up tomorrow and represent themselves in the club to the standards that they've set in pre-season.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks, Theo. Grant, go for it.
Hey, Coach. On Friday, the team or the club announced that Emily Alvarado had been signed. Can you say a little bit about, her particular qualities of her and the role that she's going to be playing for the team?
Well, a player of huge potential and huge pedigree. She's followed the same path as Fallon Tullis-Joyce, right? Who I was with at Seattle. She went to Reign directly from school and had learned how to be a professional. So I think her coming in and already being in a professional environment for the period that she's been in and been playing is very beneficial to her from a personal perspective, also from a professional perspective. You get to being in a professional environment in a foreign country, at least, is definitely going to be challenging. So yeah, I mean, she's got huge potential. She's got great pedigree. She's experienced already at the level that she's at, and she's going to come in and provide really good competition for places. And that was one of the things we'd spoken about when I first come in, right? We wanted strength in depth. We wanted competition in every position, because that's really what's going to drive the team on. And Jane Campbell's been world class and since I've been here, and I think you'll see her go to a next level now, knowing that in somebody in Emily, that she's got somebody that can come in and really push her. So I'm looking forward to seeing those two working together and really pushing the standards for themselves, but also for the team. We've got what I consider to be three very, very, very good goalkeepers in camp, and it's certainly beneficial, especially when you're in finishing sessions, to have goalkeepers that are making saves all the time. So keeps the forwards a bit more honest.
Great. And one follow-up, you mentioned your time with the Reign. No NWSL club has played more international opponents than the Reign.
Oh, really?
The Jen Cooper keeper told me this. Haiti in 2013, China in 2015, Arsenal in 2016, Club America. So the Dash have recently started to play a lot of international opponents as well. Can you talk about what impact you saw on the club and the players by playing international opponents?
Well, I think the exposure piece was important for the club, but also really important to get a different opponent, especially back 5-6 years when there was only 8 teams in the NWSL. It's obviously a lot different now. So it was nice to play against a different opponent that might have a different style and a different approach to the game than the teams that you're playing against regularly. So it gives us an opportunity to test ourselves against an opponent that's going to be offering something different on the field. And I think from a cultural perspective, really positive as well, because I think anytime you get a chance to play against different opposition, it gives an opportunity for the players and the staff to learn something a little bit about themselves. So yeah, from that perspective, really positive.
Great, thanks, Coach.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, Grant. Jesus, go for it.
Coach, good afternoon, first of all. When you think of the demographics in Houston and the large Mexican community, Mexican-American community, what do you think a game like this can do to grow the game, but also to grow the fan base for the Dash, considering you now have 3 Mexican-American players on your team who play for Mexico?
Yeah, I think it can only be something positive, Jesus. I think, you've got the 3 players you're talking about. You're talking about 3 world-class talented players. So I think really, really important for the community, for the Hispanic community to see world-class talent right on their doorstep, and not just to be on their doorstep, but to be playing at such a high level week in, week out. Young players, I think, need models. Young people need models, and I think the 3 players that we're talking about are great role models for the younger generation. And not only that, but they're also, Emily's not quite as exciting as Dee and Sanchez, because obviously she plays in a different role. But I think about the excitement when Sanchez and Ordonez are on, and people like Barb Olivieri, what they can bring to the game. It really, they're players that can create a spark. And I think, a fan wants to go to a game that's dynamic and exciting, and that's one of the things that we spoke about. Not just bringing that for ourselves as a team and as a set of individuals, but also for the club and for the fan base, to create a brand and create an identity that is dynamic, it's devastating, and it's fun to watch, right? We want people to come and watch our exciting players do the things that they're good at on a weekly basis. And I think the more we can do that, the more chance we have of bringing more fans to the game. But I think it's a brilliant opportunity for any fan of any origin to come and watch, an exciting, dynamic competition.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jesus. I believe that is the last question. Oh, Justin, with the last one, go for it.
Hey, Sam, thanks.
Hey,
Just a quick one from me. Just curious, you mentioned playing against Ordonez and Sanchez. Is there a special way that you plan on playing against them? Obviously, you don't want them to be injured, but what do you tell the rest of the team against playing, their teammates?
Well, the back 4 are going to be in bubble soccer uniforms to make sure that they're protecting themselves and then protecting Maria and Ordonez. Yeah. So it's really difficult, isn't it, to try and tell players to not be competitive. So I think the players are going to go out there, and I think the same with Sanchez and Ordonez. They'll go out and do their best. Our players will go out and do their best, and it's I think we'll be all right. Obviously, we will be asking our players and them to maybe not commit fully to 50-50 tackles, and maybe to let a few things go on again. But difficult, right? We're working at a professional level. These are talented, hungry people that want to win, and frankly, I want that, right? We want that. We want to see them be at their best. I know how proud they are to represent the country. You can see how important it is to them, and I think it gives them a different dimension on the field. And I'm excited to see them play. I'm excited to see us manage and deal with them. And I'm sure we'll have a laugh and a joke at the end of the game.